All right, guys, we're on page 142 is where our lesson practices start for lesson 22. We just got done learning about dividing with or without a remainder and then interpreting what that remainder means. We're going to have a couple problems on our assignment today that are going to deal with that. Page 42. Let's start at number 1. You guys are starting to get really good at drawing these different things they ask us to draw. It says draw two horizontal lines, one above the other. So horizontal goes with the horizon. They're lines, so they have to have arrows. And we're going to put one on top of the other. Pretty soon we're going to learn that those are called parallel lines, but don't tell Saxon that we know that already. Lines, one right on top of each other, and they're horizontal. Okay? Number 2. Here comes from yesterday's lesson. At a dinner party, each guest is to receive a bag of small gifts. How many gifts should be placed in each bag if there are 8 guests and 32 gifts altogether? So I get 8 guests, and they're going to get some gifts, and there's a total of 32 gifts. How many gifts does each guest get? This is kind of cool. You go to a party, you get this many gifts. Well, we got a missing factor in a multiplication problem, so we have to set it up as a division. How many times is 8 going to 32? Jump on your 8 column. 8, 16, 24. Sorry. 8, 16, 24, 32. Swing out to the side, and you know that that's 4. 4 what? 4 gifts. So each of these guests there are going to get 4 gifts. Check out number 3. Julissa started a marathon, a race of approximately 26 miles. I've never done that. That's a long, long ways. But my brother has. My brother's 6th grade, Mr. Bauer. After running 9 miles, about how far did Julissa still have to run to finish the race? So she started the race and ran 9 miles. She's got to run some more miles, and then she gets a total of 26. That's a sum plus some more miles. Start, finish, total. And so we're going to change this into, missing add, and you're going to subtract. 26 minus 9. Cross out the 2. Make it a 16. 16 minus 9 is 7 and 1. Oh my goodness. She's 9 miles. That sounds like a long way. And she's got 17 miles yet to run. Makes me tired just even thinking about it. Maybe one of you will be a long distance runner sometime and run long distances like that. Let's check out number 4 as long as we're here. The state of Rhode Island has 384 miles of shoreline. That means where the land meets the water. The state of Connecticut has 618 miles of shoreline. Is 1,000 miles a reasonable estimate for the sum of the lengths of the shore? So you're going to add these up. 384 and 618. And if we add those up, 4 plus 8 is 12. 2 down, 1 up. 8 plus 1 is 10. You're going to come up with 6 plus 3 plus 1, 1,002 miles. Is 1,000 a good estimate for 1,002? You bet. So our answer for that one is going to be yes. Explain. 1,002 is close to 1,000. 1,002 is close to 1,000. I'd like to do a division problem or two with you. It's what we learned today in our lesson. Number 5 says 56 divided by 10. 56 divided by 10. How many times is 10 going to 56? 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. 5 times. Now that 5's got to be right above the 6 because 10 does not go into 5. So make sure we're lining these up real great. Second step in a division problem is to multiply. You got to take 5 times 10 and you get 50. Now we're going to subtract 56 minus 50. And you get 6, so my remainder is 6. 5 remainder 6. Okay? Remember, in every division problem, it's divide, multiply, subtract, bring down. Let's do 6. 20 divided by 3. How many times is 20 going to 3? Slide down the 3 column. Find what's close to 20. Well, 21's too much, so better stay at 18. Shoot out to the side, and you get 6. 6 times 3 is 18, and when you subtract, you get your remainder of 2. Okay, good. Jump now to number 30. We want to do a couple on this back side. Number 30 says, 75 chairs are placed into a large room and arranged in rows of 10. How many chairs will be placed in the last row? In other words, we have 75 chairs from today's lesson divided by 10. And so we got 10 in each row. Well, 10 goes into 75 7 times. 7 times 10 is 70, and I have 5 left over, remainder 5. 5 what? 5 chairs. So I have 7 rows of 10. So here's a row of 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I have 7 rows of those. Yikes. But in the very last row, I have these 5 oddballs, these remainder of 5. So the question is, how many chairs will be in that very last row? And it's the remainder. So 5 chairs. That's the interpreting thing of what we were learning in today's lesson. Okay, so we got to do 28, 29, because that's the investigation that I skipped. We'll keep working on it. The fraction 1/4 is equivalent to what decimal and what percent? You got to have your folder for this. So make sure that you always have your folder wherever you go. And remember that fraction is right here. So we're looking for the 1/4. 1/2, 2/5, 1/8, 1/3, 10th, 4th. 1/4 is equal to 0.25. And 1/4 is equal to 25%. A fourth of a dollar is 25 cents, is 25%. 0.25 and 25%. Well, we got another question similar to that. Look at number 28. 28 is working with fractions too. It says, how many 1/4 circles is equal to a half of a circle? So go ahead and take your circle, divide it into fourths, and draw another circle, divide it into halves. And let's shade this half. Okay? So this half's not shaded. So on the fourths, these 2/4 would be shaded, but these 2 would be. So how many fourths is that? Well, this up here is 1/4, and this one down here is 1/4. So I would have 2 1/4. How many 1/4? 2. And you can put it as words, or you can put it as 2. I accept either one. Okay? That was number 28. All right, we did 6 on the front and 3 on the back. A total of 9. You guys have the last 21 on your own. God bless your work on your math.